In 1922, the opening of King Tutankhamun's tomb sparked worldwide fear of a deadly curse. Even today, many believe that disturbing the resting places of ancient pharaohs invites misfortune. Despite these superstitions, ongoing excavations in Egypt continue to reveal fascinating secrets about this ancient civilization. From intricately crafted organ jars to tattooed mummies, here are 15 rare discoveries in Egypt that was kept secret. Number 15. The Lost Tomb of Cleopatra. Recent excavations in Egypt uncovered a 4,800-foot-long subterranean passage beneath the Taposiris Magna Temple. Archaeologists speculate this tunnel could lead to the elusive tomb of Queen Cleopatra, one of history's most iconic figures. Cleopatra VII, Egypt's last pharaoh, is renowned for her intellect, charm, and relationships with powerful leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. After her tragic death in 30 BC alongside Mark Antony, her tomb's location became one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Many fear the tomb could be damaged during excavations, but modern technology offers hope for its preservation. If found, Cleopatra's tomb would undoubtedly be one of the most significant discoveries in history. Like this video, smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell right now. Number 14. Ancient Egyptian Organ Jars. When archaeologists excavated the funerary temple of Amenhotep II in western Luxor, they stumbled upon peculiar jars with lids carved to resemble ancient Egyptian protectors. Initially thought to contain valuable artifacts, the jars instead held preserved organs. These vessels, known as canopic jars, were vital in Egyptian funerary rituals and played a key role in mummification. Dating back to between 1075 and 664 BC, these jars contained the liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines of the deceased. The discovery of their contents shocked researchers but provided invaluable insights into mummification practices. Interestingly, no hearts were ever found in canopic jars. The ancient Egyptians believed the heart was the vessel of the soul and left it inside the body for the afterlife. Number 13. 83 Ancient Tombs. In 2020, archaeologists uncovered 83 unusual graves in Egypt's Nile Delta region. Unlike traditional Egyptian tombs, these were spherical pits where the deceased were buried in a squatting position rather than lying flat. Despite the unique burial style, these tombs contained valuable artifacts and funerary items, many adorned with gold. This discovery marked the first time pottery graves were found in this part of Egypt. Researchers believe these findings will shed light on the practices and culture of the region's ancient settlers as further studies progress. Number 12. The End of the World Plague. In 2014, archaeologists uncovered remnants of a catastrophic event at the funerary complex of Harwa in Thebes, the Cyprian Plague. This devastating outbreak, which struck between 250 and 266 AD, claimed over 5,000 lives daily at its peak and wreaked havoc on the Roman Empire's agriculture and economy. Evidence of bonfires and lime jars, used to disinfect victims before incineration, were found at the site. Victims suffered gruesome symptoms, including nausea, bloody eyes, and severe bowel discharge. In extreme cases, limbs were amputated to curb infection. The plague was so destructive that many Romans believed it signaled the apocalypse. While scientists have tried extracting DNA from the remains, they've been unsuccessful, perhaps a relief, as tampering with such a deadly pathogen could be dangerous. Number 11. The Perfect Mummy of Lady Rye. Discovered in 1881 and unwrapped in 1991, Lady Rye's mummified remains are hailed as the pinnacle of embalming techniques from Egypt's early 18th dynasty. Her body, over 3,500 years old, is remarkably well preserved, earning her the title of the most beautiful female mummy in Egypt. Lady Rye, a nursemaid to Queen Nefertari, belonged to an elite family. Standing 4 feet 11 inches tall, she was estimated to be 30 to 40 years old at her death around 1530 BC. While her mummy is admired, some fear disturbing her remains might invoke bad luck, a recurring theme with ancient Egyptian discoveries. Number 10. The Osiris Shaft. Beneath the causeway of the Pyramid of Khafre lies the Osiris Shaft, a mysterious passageway linked to Egypt's lore. Excavated thoroughly since 1999, this flooded structure reaches depths of nearly 100 feet and connects the Sphinx to the Pyramid of Giza. Artifacts such as pottery, ceramic beads, and skeletal remains have been recovered from the site. According to mythology, Osiris, the god of the underworld, is symbolically buried here. Legends claim that a cursed artifact resides within the shaft, guarded by Osiris himself. Some fear that exploring these tunnels might invoke the god's wrath, adding an eerie layer of mystique to this already enigmatic discovery. Number 9. The Book of the Dead. The ancient Egyptians' fascination with death gave rise to one of the most intriguing discoveries, the Book of the Dead. Despite its name, this book was not a single text, but a collection of customized instructions designed to guide the deceased through the afterlife. Containing spells, rituals, and advice, the Book of the Dead taught the dead how to navigate the challenges of the afterlife, communicate with gods, and secure eternal paradise. Success depended on proper burial and the memorization of spells, not earthly deeds. One of the most remarkable findings is a 13-foot-long papyrus scroll containing fragments of the Book of the Dead, still considered one of the greatest archaeological treasures. Number 8. Mummified big cats. Ancient Egyptians held animals in high regard, with cats being particularly revered. Cats were seen as magical creatures that brought good luck and protected households by controlling pests like mice and snakes. The goddess Batet, symbolizing protection and health, was often depicted as a cat, further elevating their status. But cats weren't just limited to domestic companions. The royals of Egypt were known to keep exotic big cats, treating them as symbols of divine power. These animals lived lavishly, adorned with gold and treated like royalty. This fascination was confirmed when archaeologists unearthed the mummified remains of a lion cub in Saqqara. This finding revealed that ancient Egyptians not only cared for lions, but possibly also panthers. Lions were especially significant, symbolizing the sun and the pharaoh's strength. Although lions disappeared from Egypt by around 1000 BC, their legacy lives on as a crucial part of ancient Egyptian culture. Number 7. Egyptian Stonehenge. Stonehenge, located in England, is one of the world's most famous prehistoric monuments, estimated to be 5,000 years old. However, it's not the oldest. The Nabta Playa, located in Aswan, Egypt, around 700 miles south of the Great Pyramid of Giza, is believed to predate Stonehenge by nearly 2,000 years. Like its British counterpart, the Nabta Playa remains a mystery. Some speculate it was a place of worship, possibly created by a cattle-revering society to track the summer solstice and seasonal rains. Others link the stone circle to extraterrestrial beings or divine influences. Its discovery is also debated. Some say a nomadic Arab stumbled upon it in 1973, while a team of archaeologists claims they found it while crossing the Sahara. Regardless of its origins, the Nabta Playa represents a testament to ancient ingenuity. Sadly, in 1998, tourists damaged the site, defacing megaliths that had remained untouched for thousands of years. Number 6. Elongated skulls. Ancient Egyptian art frequently depicts figures with elongated heads, leading to widespread theories about extraterrestrial influences. Pharaohs like Nefertiti, Akhenaten, and Tutankhamun are often shown with these unique head shapes, fueling speculation about alien origins. While these theories are popular, researchers have largely attributed the elongated skulls to cultural practices like cranial binding or genetic traits. Akhenaten's distinctive features, including a thin neck, elongated skull, and androgynous body, were likely due to a genetic condition or stylistic exaggeration in art. Despite scientific explanations, some continue to believe the eccentric appearance of Egyptian royalty hints at alien ancestry. Number 5. Work in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that life in the afterlife mirrored earthly existence, including work. To prepare for their duties in the afterlife, they created Shabti dolls, small figurines that were often buried with the deceased. These dolls, carved with tools like chisels, hoes, and whips, symbolized workers who would take on the tasks of the deceased in the next world. Most Egyptians had at least one Shabti, but the elites could have hundreds or even thousands, reducing their workload in the afterlife. The more dolls you had, the less work you would need to perform yourself. These figurines were inscribed with hieroglyphs to activate their service, and removing one from its burial site was believed to invoke its anger. Number 4. Crocodile Mummy. In 2019, archaeologists discovered the mummified remains of a crocodile, one of the most unique and fascinating finds in Egypt. While today crocodiles are seen as dangerous predators, the ancient Egyptians revered them as sacred creatures associated with Sobek, the god of fertility and the Nile. The 3.5-foot-long crocodile, approximately 3 to 4 years old at the time of its death, had been struck with a fatal blow to the head before being mummified. The meticulous preservation of its body revealed traces of its last meal, including eggs, fish, and a rodent. These animal mummies were often used as offerings to the gods, symbolizing devotion and respect. Number 3. The fake beard. In ancient Egypt, beards were more than just facial hair, they were symbols of power and divinity. Pharaohs, regardless of gender, wore false beards to signify their status and connection to the gods. This tradition was so important that even Queen Hatshepsut, who ruled around 1479 BCE, donned a false beard to assert her authority after taking the throne. These beards weren't ordinary, they were crafted from precious metals, emphasizing their significance. Clean-shaven in everyday life, pharaohs wore these elaborate beards during ceremonial occasions. Statues and art often depict rulers with these iconic symbols of leadership, underscoring their divine right to rule. Number 2. Game of Death. Ancient Egyptians took board games seriously, and one such game, referred to as the Game of Death, reflects their unique blend of leisure and spirituality. Similar to modern board games like Ludo or backgammon, this game symbolized the underworld and served as a bridge between the living and the dead. Players would roll dice and move pieces along a grid, with the goal of reaching the 30th square to win. Artwork depicting the deceased playing this game with living relatives has been found in tombs, illustrating its cultural significance. For ancient Egyptians, the game wasn't a source of fear but a way to maintain connections with their loved ones. Number 1. Tattooed Mummy. In 2019, archaeologists uncovered a groundbreaking discovery at Egypt's Deir el-Medina site, the tattooed mummies of 7 women. Dating back over 3,000 years, these remains revealed tattoos that had been invisible to the naked eye, only becoming apparent under infrared scans. The tattoos ranged from animals, like baboons, to geometric shapes and symbols, including crosses. Some mummies bore as many as 30 individual tattoos. The identities of these women remain unknown, but researchers speculate they may have been artisans or held significant cultural roles. This discovery is pivotal, as it provides the first evidence of tattooing in ancient Egypt, a practice previously undocumented in historical records. The intricate design suggests that tattooing may have been an artistic or spiritual trend, especially among women of the time. With these fascinating revelations, ancient Egypt continues to captivate the imagination. Its mysteries deepen with each discovery, promising more incredible finds in the future. Which of these discoveries intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Also check out more cool stuff popping up on your screen, and I'll see you next time.